What is up, you guys? It is your boy, Brent Biggers here, and welcome to another video. In today's video, we are going to be recapping our roster. So, in a nutshell, we are going to be showing you guys every single player's overall heading into the 2025 season. Well, technically, it would be 2026, but whatever. So starting off with the quarterbacks, we actually have a very close QB battle here of Jack Bunyan and Max Zillman with the 74-72 overall range. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised that Max Zillman is a 72. Like, with all the upgrades that he got during last year, I'm kind of surprised he is that low in overall, just to be honest. Running backs. Apparently, we can't have a single 70 overall running back that isn't Carter Mellicart, who's an 81. Matt Zillman is a 68. Daniel McCormick is a 68. And then Machias Lemons is a 65. To be fair, I didn't really have him on the roster that much, which is kind of part of the reasons why he was kind of on the bench most of the time, is because, well, he's kind of just that depth player. He wasn't really a guy who was making big chunks of plays. So, yeah, but on the plus side, he is a depth player, and I think he could be decent when he gets the chance on the field, which that's the thing, when he gets the chance. Then wide receiver, we have Tilly as a 68 overall. We have Jerome as a 70 overall. Daniel Gable is 73. Jackson Showalter is a 74. Aiden Brownmiller, 75. And Chase Barber at an 80 overall. He's also our only 80 overall wide receiver. And actually, looking at the roster, there are only 3 players that are 80 overalls. So the fact that we only have 3 is kind of not great, but it's not terrible either, because that means, well, our team is definitely getting better. Tight end, 71 overall for Blake Mays, 72 overall for your boy, and a 71 overall, or 75 overall, sorry, with Carson Hill. Carson Hill, I'm hoping he can have a bigger year than he did last season. Last season, he had 48 receptions, over 800 yards, and 3 touchdowns. So he wasn't a big red zone threat, but this guy definitely was a big contributor to, well, getting, the ball. Offensive line, I love tackle to start. We have 49 overall Liam Peterson and a 66 overall Nathan, who he, by the way, if I'm not mistaken, got a lot of upgrades during the late half of the season, and I think was probably one of our better offensive linemen as well during the season. Yeah, he allowed 4 sacks, but I'm pretty sure he had also tied or maybe off by 1 the most snaps. So it's pretty interesting to see how year 2 is going to be with this offensive line, because that's so much better than it was back in year 1. Left guard, we have Cameron Klopp at a 58. Honestly, can almost compete for the left guarding spot already, or right guard spot, whatever position. And Dane Creefall is a 63 overall. Really hope to see a better year from him. I don't think he really allowed that many sacks. Yeah, he only like 4, but he had way too freaking many penalties. It's just kind of what he is in real life, unfortunately. Kind of. Chase Real is a 64 overall center. I think he's probably going to be a guy who will probably rotate at guard, tackle. He's kind of just that rotational player, so that's what we like to see. And then Connor, who's a 72, which I think is the highest overall offensive lineman we have, I believe. Gio is a 66 overall, and then Mike Hansen 63 overall to end this team. The one thing I really do not like was how many sacks he allowed. He allowed 9 sacks last year. And that's just only including the regular season. So I would like to see some sort of improvement from Mike Hansen this year, which hopefully he does. Then we go on to left end, so we're finally going to defense. Gio is a 77 overall, and your boy is a 69 overall at edge. Um, Gio, I would like to see some better improvements from last year. Last year, he did get 9 sacks, which I think was the most on our team last year, and I think tied or second tied for tackles for loss. So, would like to see just hopefully get double-digit sacks this year, which that could definitely happen with now him being a 77 overall and like maybe like being like a 60 or something. Um, during the beginning of last year. 71 overall for Mike Hansen and a 73 overall for Nathan Nenswitz. Really interesting to see how this battle ends up. Who knows? Maybe I might just move Mike Hansen to tackle uh, because, I kind of want to see him start. I'm not going to lie. And plus, he kind of fits the build of a defensive tackle with him being 6'7", over 300 pounds. So, yeah. Connor is a 76 overall at the tackle. Chase Real is 69. Ian Peterson at a 65. Um, really hoping for Connor to also improve off of last year. Not in terms of tackles for loss, I feel like. Actually, maybe tackles for loss. But sacks as well is one thing I would like to see an improvement. Outside linebacker, we have Cameron Klopp at a 68. Carson Hill at a 74. Very, very solid linebacker. Hope I could see some improvement from last year. Carter Melikar with a 79 overall, and Dane Creedful is a 70, so very close to an 80 overall. And Carter is like, again, I've said this once and I'll say it again, is the biggest contributor on this team. And there's no questions asked. 71 overall, Jackson Showalter at outside linebacker, and 76 overall, Matt Zillman. Actually, I think he has abilities, if I'm not mistaken, which is pretty nice. I won't lie. The corners, 66 overall, Matthias Lemons. Honestly, we just have way too many secondary players to begin with. I think I might maybe move. Maybe potentially I could move Creekball to edge, and then maybe I could slide down Jack to linebacker. That might be something I might want to see heading into this year. That's potentially just because I want to try my best to get Makai some more playing time. Because again, he's our sixth corner. He's not getting that much playing time. 70 overall, Jerome. 73 overall, Blake. 75 Tilly. 76 Daniel, and 78 Chase Barber. Really would like to see some improvement for the secondary. And one player in particular is Tilly. Tilly only had 1 interception, had 2 passes deflected. This is definitely one of the few players I do want to see some improvement with, especially Daniel Gable too. Who Daniel Gable really only had 3 interceptions from that one game that he had. So really, really would like to see some improvement with him. Chase Barber can just continue to play Chase Barber. Daniel McCormick in a 68. Kimball as a 71. Honestly, this is also a decent battle as well to see who could play safety, honestly. And it's 71 or 70, I believe, overall. Yep, Jack Bunyan, and 80 overall, Aiden Roundmiller. So, and then also 76 for Peas and 74 overall as well. So our top 30 players are 80 overall, Aiden Brownmiller, 81 overall, Carter Melikar, and 80 overall, Chase Barber. Which again, only 3 overall. Or if you want to do top 5, Carter Melikar, middle linebacker, and Chase Barber at corner. I guess in a nutshell, if we were only including the players have 1 entry, then it would be Gio at left end, and then Colton Pease at kick. That would be our top 5. But do like to see some improvements off of last year, especially the offensive line. The offensive line was kind of a mess, especially this right side in particular. Gio didn't do that bad of a job. It was kind of more towards just Mike Hansen. What I really would like to see improvements of. Connor, honestly, I don't think there's really any improvements. He allowed 1 sack last year when he was on the field because he did get hurt during some point during the season. But I just really hope to see this offensive line improve. I just hope to see the receiving core continue to play the same. Maybe your slot receiver, mainly Shoei at this point, play a little bit better. Defensively, I just want to get more sacks. That's all I'm really going to ask for. Just getting more sacks from the front four, not the front seven. The front four is really what I want to see from, and also more interceptions from the secondary. Outside of that, that's really it. Like we had a really good season last year, so I'm hoping that this team continues to improve over the years. Also, we do get those 3 random upgrades for week 1, which will eventually come, I believe, later. Not now, obviously, but yeah. But anyways, guys, I really do hope you guys enjoyed this video. Just, a little recap with all the upgrades I did during roster yesterday, which by the time I'm recording this, that would be on Friday. But the time this video comes out is on Sunday. So, but um, yeah. But anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoy. Deuces.